Hello friends, it was a Sunday evening and we planned to visit the Vivekananda Museum which was located near Marina Beach. So we reached at around 5 p.m. that day and as it was a weekend it was a tough time for us to park our vehicle. So we parked our vehicle on the other side of the Marina Beach and came by walk here. So this museum is having two buildings. One is which is having the Swami Vivekananda paintings and all his principles have been stored in this one building, and the other building was a culture center where the books and the other materials are being sold. So, as soon as we entered the museum, we could see a white sculpture of Swami Vivekananda here. He stayed here for 9 days in 1987 after his return from the West. So, basically, this has been a significant part is spread in the Ramakrishna movement in South India. Chennai played a very significant part there. So, this has been functioned by Ramakrishna Mutt team only. So as soon as we enter, we could see there is a gate and the tickets are being sold here. Per person, the ticket is only 50 rupees, but it's worth it, I can say. There is a left side, there is a temple where Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahansa photos have been kept, and they depict this as a temple actually. Coming to the right side, going to the basement kind of thing, where we can see one full room of paintings. Those who actually want to learn about Indian culture and know about the life of Swami Vivekananda, this is a wonderful opportunity for them. The picture galleries, and we also have the augmented reality and the virtual reality, which help us to know about the monk and the mission he has set up and its activities. The art galleries actually show the rich heritage, culture heritage of India, and interesting incidents from Swami Vivekananda's childhood, his wandering days, and other events. So each picture is a handmade painting, and it's the description about those pictures have been written in the down in Hindi and English language. So we can read through those descriptions and we can see the paintings. There were many paintings depicting to Ramayana and the child from evolution of life from child to death, and many principles from Guru and sages at that point of time. The Vishnu, the Dashavataras, all the paintings have been displayed and shown here. Going through the rooms, like, you will not be bored or disappointed because they have been partitioned in such a way, like one block consists only of the paintings, and the other blocks are having the sculptures of Swami Vivekananda, and there are rooms for meditation, augmented reality, and there is a virtual reality show of Swami Vivekananda, how he has started his journey and created his principles and the struggle which he has undergone. So it is all the journey of all through this museum will be very much interesting and fun going for you people. So there is a well kind of thing in the middle of the painting room only. This as you can see, how the ice which was exported during those days, they used to store ice in such containers. So that has been shown there. So going to the first floor, this also contains a lot of paintings. These are handmade, and all similar kind of descriptions depicting to those paintings have been written here. Actually, Ramakrishna Paramahansa Mutt Chennai unit functioned here from 1897 to 1906, and that unit only runs this historic place, and this is called the Experience Vivekananda Museum. Coming to the other room, here we can see this is where the room is there for seeing the virtual reality show. This is kind of a kind of paintings. This is a different kind of paintings, like how Swami Vivekananda was emerging from his childhood days, how he helped the poor and the needy people, and all these paintings were purely depicting Swami Vivekananda.
My father suddenly died, and
Here
his
comes
death
the video.
had
You
put
can
my
watch this.
entire family of 8 members in a desperate condition. Even before my morning was over, I had to search for a job to support my family. Various temptations came my way, where a rich woman had sent an ugly proposal to end my days of poverty, which I sternly rejected. Soon, rumors started circulating in our society that I had started drinking to overcome my grief, which was totally untrue. And then my guru tests my spirituality by making me pray to Divine Mother for money to remove my worldly wants. But even in this dire circumstance, each time I prayed, I could ask only for the ultimate knowledge, but not money. I am at the lowest point of my life, and I have become despondent. Death can come any moment and engulf us all. So, does one's worldly achievements like reputation, position, and popularity in one's life really matter? What is the way now? उत्तिष्ठत जाग्रत.
I am Kala, the phenomenon of time, and I have been witnessing everything that happens since the beginning of this universe. I see many of the modern problems that humans face now can be solved by ancient solutions. I would like to share with you an ancient story of a dialogue between student and teacher, which identifies the real nature of human beings and their true purpose in life. Great personalities across generations have been inspired by this story, and their lives have changed. In those ancient days, teaching was not a mere academic exercise, stuffing your brain by imparting external worldly knowledge capable of nourishing only your worldly life. This ancient education imparted by a teacher illumines the mind of a student, just like lighting of one lamp by another lamp. Many of you may be masters in so-called modern science, but with this story, you can get to know the eternal science that would teach you the fundamental principles of life. The student in this story is a young boy named Nachiketa, and he had got one of the world's greatest teachers, Yama, the Lord of Death. Once upon a time, there lived a sage named Vajashravas. He had a son named Nachiketa. Nachiketa started going to a Gurukula where the teacher taught him the invaluable lessons of life through Upanishadic scriptures. He was keen on learning the intricacies of life and death, and many times he used to think deeply and wonder.
Is there a life after death? Some say there is, some say there isn't. What is the truth? How can I find an answer to this question? There must be a way.
Time went by. One day, Nachiketa's father wanted to conduct one of the greatest sacrifices in which he would give away everything he possesses. But he was not sincere in his sacrifice. Instead of giving the best, He was giving away old cows, barren, blind, and lame, which were not of use to him. The spirit of the sacrifice was indeed lost.
My father, by offering these old cows, he will go to the dark world of misery. As a dutiful son, shouldn't I protect my father? If I can sacrifice my life, I can save my father. Father, to whom will you give me?
What does he mean? A father giving away his own son?
Father, the sacrifice has to be done right. So, to whom will you give me?
What? Is he mocking my sacrifice?
I insist, Father. To whom will you give me?
I will give you to Yama, the god of death.
Yes, Father, at your command.
Oh no, what have I done? My son, don't leave me. Out of anger I said so. I have made a grave mistake.
Father, do not grieve. Truth has to be upheld. And with your blessings, let me go to Yama's world, abode of death.
Shraddha Vivesh Shraddha Astikya Buddhira Vivesh Shraddha Vivesh
Nachiketa reached Yama's world, but then Yama was not at home. He waited for 3 days with no food or water, and then Yama returns and finds that Nachiketa, as a guest, has not been received well at his place. Now, Yama wants to repent for his mistake. He grants him 3 boons. Nachiketa asked for 2 boons, which Yama immediately fulfills. But then, the 3rd boon that Nachiketa asked, it really startled Yama.
Oh Yamaraja, some people believe that there is life after death, others don't. I wish to understand this. This is the 3rd boon I choose.
Oh, I did not expect such a profound question from a young boy, so let me test him. The question that you just asked, even the gods have doubts about this. This mystery of life after death is not easily understood. Ask for something else.
I cannot get a better teacher like you, since you who can demystify the mystery of life after death.
Nachiketa, ask for an empire on this earth and live as many years as you like. Ask for sons and grandsons and enjoy your long life with them. Ask for all the riches of the world and I will give you in gold. Ask for the most beautiful women and I will give you all these. But do not ask me what happens after death.
Youth and beauty vanish. Name and fame are short-lived. Long life and wealth are not everlasting. I want nothing else except understand the mystery of death.
Nachiketa, you are wise. You have declined the temptation for wealth, name and fame, long life and beautiful women. You are brave enough to ask the highest truth. I will gladly teach you this. Nachiketa, there are 2 paths to human life. One is the path of goodness. The other is the path of worldly pleasures. The wise ones take the good path and realize that they are the self which is immortal. The others choose the path of pleasure, being satisfied with their worldly enjoyment, and they never think of life after death. So they go through the never-ending cycle of birth and death. These foolish ones think they are intelligent, and they guide others, just like blind leading the blind. When one dies, it is the body that dies, and not the self.
I thought I am the body. Is there something different from my body? What is this self?
Yes, you are not the body. Let me give you an example. A king owns a chariot for traveling to a destination. As you can see, the king only uses the chariot. He is not a part of the chariot. Similarly, the self utilizes the body and should not be mistaken for the body. The self is neither born nor does it ever die. Once you realize that you are indeed the self, there is no death for you.
How can I fully realize that I am the self and not the body?
Nachiketa, let me explain this further with the same example of the chariot. A chariot is typically driven by 5 horses. Similarly, a person has 5 senses. The eyes are attracted to pleasurable objects of sight. Ears are attracted to objects of hearing, while the nose, tongue, and skin are attracted to objects of smell, taste, and touch, respectively. These desire pleasurable things and distract the human by making his mind go outward. If the horses are not kept under control, the destination cannot be reached. Likewise, one who cannot control his senses cannot reach the goal. Only a person who can control these 5 senses would be able to realize that he is the self.
How do I control these 5 senses?
Just as the chariot with 5 horses is guided by the chariot's driver, the 5 senses are regulated by your mind. The mind should be gradually trained to give up worldly desires, and the senses have to be reoriented to seek the path of goodness. This persistent practice will lead you to the knowledge of the self. The path towards self is certainly challenging, and it's like walking on the sharp edge of a razor. But be fearless and do not despair. Arise, awake, and learn the eternal science of self from the enlightened ones.
The young Narendra, over the years, who had seen death and despair, overcame his weakness with a fire of rejuvenation and strength derived from his understanding of self-knowledge. Narendra traversed this path of greatness and thus became Swami Vivekananda. Now, let's hear from Swami Vivekananda his clarion call of strength to dehypnotize ourselves and understand our real nature.
Strength, strength, strength is what we want. All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Have faith in yourself. So what are you sitting idle for? Stand up, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached.
उत्तिष्ठत जाग्रत
So I hope you liked the virtual reality video of Swami Vivekananda. Coming out, there are some more pictures which I discontinued there from there. This is kind of glass paintings only, and similarly, the writings and the significance of those paintings have been depicted, like how Vivekananda philosophies and how concentrated and how meditation he was doing, and how it affected his life. Coming to the other room, how he met Ramakrishna Paramahansa, and his first meeting with Ramakrishna Paramahansa, and his following his disciples and all have been depicted here. How he was taking the principles and the disciples of Ramakrishna Paramahansa. So in this museum, which I feel different is like it's not full of only one go. There are different kind of divisions made here. Like one was only with the paintings of the first gallery was, and the second gallery was kind of virtual reality and the showcase of video and all, and the third case was the sculptures and their significance. So it is kind of a whole package once we visit this. So it all depicts about the Indian culture and its Swami Vivekananda's life and his message using the latest trends have been depicted here. The 3D and the 4D effects and the advanced sun and the Lemure elements all has been shown here. It's actually the source of inspiration to thousands of Indian and international visitors who visit it every year. So we also have a meditation room here. There is a room where Swami Vivekananda stupa is been sitting in the middle of the position. You can go to that room and you can meditate yourself. Coming to the second floor, we have augmented reality here, where we can talk to Swami Vivekananda, ask questions, and we can take pictures. So this is what we have taken some pictures. Coming down, there is on the left side there is a park actually, but by the time we came out it was almost 7 p.m. so the park was closed. So I have just shooted out from outside. So this is how it looks like. It's a wonderful flower garden, and elephant sculpture was there. During the evening time all the lights were lit, and it somehow looks like this. So opposite is the beach side, so you can visit this premises at around 4-5 p.m. and you can go to the beach in the evening. That's what we did. Onto that building, it is a culture center actually, where the books of Swami Vivekananda and various other things are being sold in that. So this is how it looks like. I hope you guys liked it and you will also visit soon to this place.